Ladies and gentlemen, here I can be louder here. Ladies and gentlemen, our Megillah reading will commence in exactly 3.5 minutes. 3 minutes and 29 seconds. 3 minutes and 28 seconds. 3 minutes and 20. All right, everybody go find parents. Our Megillah reading begins in 1 minute. Please make your way into the sanctuary. On your way in, you should pick up a few things. There are enough copies of Megillat Esther back there for one for every other person, probably. And then there's a song sheet probably for everyone. And then you should have a grogger, but don't make any noise with it yet. Come on down, everyone. Check 1, 2, there we go. Good evening, everyone. It is the evening of Chag Purim, the holiday of Purim. On this day we celebrate a victory of the Jewish people over evil. And we know that among those who have been evil throughout history, there have been Haman, but there have been other evil people in our Jewish history. In fact, we know that there has been, during the Holocaust, we faced evil. In the pogroms, we faced evil. In the Roman Empire, we faced evil. And even during the Babylonian Empire, we faced evil. But we know that there was no more evil in the world against the Jews and against others than in the period of time famously known as the Minion era, because the Minions performed great evil in the world along with Gru. Has anybody seen Gru, by the way? I know I'm supposed to do some evil, but I'm not sure what it is because Gru was going to show up and tell me. So if you find Gru, I need to know what kind of evil there is that Gru might have me do. But before then, we might want to begin our holiday. You have in your hands, I hope you have in your hands, a song sheet. It has two sides on it. There's one side, and then magically, there's the other side. That's right, two sides. If you'll find a song labeled song number 1, you can try and sing this song with me to get us started on this evening. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masechot Ra'ashanim, Zmirot Rikudim, Hava Narisha, Rash, Hava Narisha, Rash, Hava Narisha, Rash, Bara Ashanim. So now that you've heard the words, we're going to practice the chorus. Here we go. So the chorus, please repeat after me. Hava. Okay, you get 3 out of 10. We can do better than that. Hava. That's about a 7. We're getting closer. Hava. Narisha. Rosh. So that means make noise with your grogger, because that's the grogger's Yiddish, and we're going to say Rosh. That's the sound that the grogger makes. So practice the chorus with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, there we go. Ready? So we're going to sing. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Bara Ashanim. All right, one more time with the chorus. Ready? Here we go. And Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Bara Ashanim. Try the Hebrew with me of the verses. Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masechot Ra'ashanim, Zmirot Rikudim. Here we go, ready? Hava Narisha, Rosh, Bara Ashanim. Chag Purim, Ze'el Sholish Banot, Machnaim, Mamtukim, Tfunim Migdanot. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Hava Narisha, Rosh. Bara Ashanim. Try it with me in the English, right underneath it, right there. Song number 1, the final paragraph. They translated the words with very poor translations in English, but if we actually translated the real words, it wouldn't rhyme, and that wouldn't be good, because we want everything for Purim to rhyme, because what rhymes with Purim? I'm going to go with Purim. So there we go. Ready? Here we go. And Purim's here, Purim cheer, 'tis a holiday so dear. Mask and song bring along, groggers loud and clear. Here go the groggers, Rosh. Here go the groggers, Rosh. Here go the groggers, Rosh. Grogger time is here. All right. I believe there are dinosaurs here. That's tripping me out. There's dinosaurs. All right, now, it's very important to remember. It's very important to remember. This is very important. Kids, listen up. This is Purim. All the kids, listen up. Purim is a very serious holiday. So, there will be no clapping. There will be no booing. There will be no dancing. Children will sit in their seats next to their parents and remain quiet for every moment of the evening. And the most important rule for all the kids, this is the most important rule. Here's the most important rule. Kids may not eat candy during the service at all. All right? No. There will be absolutely no candy eating allowed during the service. That will not happen. All kids need to be sitting quietly with their parents, and no candy eating. Do you like my rules? Okay, then we'll just skip all of them. How's that? Well, it is, let me see here. There we go. Excellent. All right, so hold on. Rule number 1, rabbi must eat chocolate before starting Megillah. All right. Does anybody else think it's dark in here? Will somebody please turn the lights on? Hold on. Oh, wow. I can see the Megillah now. It makes so much more sense here. All right. We're going to say a blessing to start our Megillah reading and read from the Megillah. We're going to say 2 blessings. The first one ends with Al Mikra Megillah, okay, Mikra Megillah, and then we're going to sing Shehakyanu together. So, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Asher Kidshanu Mitzvotav V'tzivanu Al Mikrat HaMilah. And then HaMegillah, I should say. There we go, that's better. And now, if you'll join me in a little Shehakyanu to say a blessing for Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Shehakyanu V'kiyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Shehakyanu V'kiyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh everybody singing with me. Here we go. Amen. All right, one more time, just the people in costumes. All right, 42 more times. The people who didn't wear a costume, that's your punishment. You're going to sing Amen 42 more times. Ready? Here we go. And And now we've said a blessing to begin our Megillah reading, and we'll begin our Megillah reading now. If you have a book in front of you, my book's different up here than what you have. So can somebody tell me what page is Megillah Esther going to begin on for you? For me, it's page 1785. I don't think that's your page because I have a different book up here. And for me, it's also at the beginning of this scroll. What is it? 89? 89, that's where you want to be if you're following along with the reading. This, of course, is Megillah Esther. We're going to tell the story now. Just to be sure, I want to make sure that everybody knows the names of the characters, because in our story of Esther right here, the first person to show up is a guy by the name of Achashverosh. He's the king, and then he has a wife. Her name is Vashti, everybody say Vashti. There's another guy in the story. His name is Mordecai. Everybody say Mordecai. Mordecai is Esther's uncle and sort of stepfather. We will get to that later in the book here. Let me see. Then there's these guys who are bad guys by the name of Bigthan and Theresh. Should we say Bigthan and Theresh? Yeah, those aren't the most popular names in the book of Purim, but they're there. They're the guys, they're plotting to kill the king. We'll get into that too. And then there's, let me see if I got them all. Achashverosh, Vashti, Esther, Mordecai, Bigthan, Theresh. I think that's all the names in the story. I think that... Wait, hold on. Let me see. Chapter 1. Oh, I found it. Haman. Okay. All right. Well, all right. I want all our kids to have a seat over here again, please. All the kids just have a seat right over there. We're going to begin, and let's begin checking out what we've got in this story. Vayehi b'nei Achashverosh, hu Achashverosh, Amolach, Mehodu ad Kush Sheva ve'esrim mea Medina, Bayamei ha'heim, B'keshet ha'melech Achashverosh, Al kisei malachoto asher b'shushan habira b'shanat shalosh melacho asa mishteh lekol ashar ve'avadav chachel paras umidai apart mamim v'asara medinot lefanav. It tells us that there was a man by the name of Achashverosh who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia, which, by the way, is a longer distance for those of you who are geographically challenged. India to Ethiopia, a little bit further than Colorado Springs to Denver, okay, by like only several thousand miles, but that's all. In those days, King Ahasuerus occupied the throne in a fortress called Shushan. In the third year of his reign, he gave a banquet for all the officials and courtiers, all of the people of Persia and Media, the nobles, the governors, and all the provinces, for no fewer than 108. He threw a party for 180 days? The last bar mitzvah party I went to only lasted 100. Yeah. Ran out of food on day 93. The last 7 days were rough. We had to eat manna in the wilderness, and we weren't in the wilderness. It was terrible. And it tells us that during this period, the king gave a banquet in the court of the king's palace of the garden for all the people who lived in the fortress of Shushan, high and low alike. How many of you were the high? How many of you were the low? I'm just going to define it because I know everybody thinks that high means the rich people and low means the poor people. But no, high means anyone over 5'6", and low means anyone below 5'6". So the low people, those are my people. Love the low people. You're my people. Okay, let's continue on. Royal wine was served in abundance as befits a king, in golden beakers, beakers of varied design, and the rule for the drinking was no restrictions. For the king had given orders to every palace steward to comply with each man's wish. In addition, Queen Vashti gave a banquet for the women in the royal palace of King Ahasuerus. On the seventh day, when the king was merry with wine, he ordered Mehuman, Bezitha, Harbona, Bigtha, Abagtha, Zethar, and Karkas, the 7 eunuchs in attendance to King Ahasuerus, to bring Queen Vashti before the king, wearing, as it says here, well, let me see here. It says, להביא את ושתי המלכה לפני המלך בכתר מלכות, להראות העמים ועשרים את יפיה, כי טובת מראה הוא. Vashti should come before the king wearing a royal diadem. Don't tell the kids in the room I said this, but the rabbis interpret that she was supposed to wear a royal diadem and nothing else. But don't tell the kids. That's the part that's the above the kids part. Did you kids hear that? No, you didn't hear that. That's right. That's the right answer. You said no. Thank you very much. And you heard it? Okay, forget that I said that. All right, we continue on as it tells us. Vayomer memuchan lifnei hamelech ha'asarim lo al hamelech levado avta shtei amocha ki al hasarim ve'al kol ha'amim asher ve'kol bininat hamelech achashverosh ki yotzei davar hamalcha ashnayim livozot ba'alehen be'einehen ובאמורם המלך אחשוורוש אמר להביא את ושתי המלכה לפניו ולא באה. And he said, bring Vashti before me. But they declared in the presence of the king, Queen Vashti has committed an offense by not showing up. She will not come. For the queen's behavior, if we follow her, and this is the 2025 version, Vashti will not do what wives are supposed to do and listen and follow every single word that their husband orders them to do. Why are you booing? I didn't say Haman's name yet. And so, if it pleases your majesty, the royal edict be issued by you, let it be written in the laws of Persia and Media, so that it cannot be abrogated, that Vashti will never enter the presence of King Ahasuerus ever again, so that the women will continue to follow every word that their husband tells them to do. You're booing again, and I still didn't say Haman. Vashti leaves, end of chapter 1. Chapter number 2, here we go, into chapter number 2. Achar hadvarim ha'ele keshoch chamat hamelech Achashverosh zachar et Vashti ve'et asar ashata ve'et ashar nigzar aleha vayomer na'arei hamelech mishartav bevakshu lemelech na'arot betulot tovot mar'eh v'avked hamelech ha'pikdim b'kol medinot ha'malchoto v'yikbetzu et kol na'ara betula Tov mar'eh el Shushan habira el Beit Hanashim al Yad Hageh Seris hamelech shomer Hanashim Venaton hamerukehen. And sometime afterwards, the king thought of Vashti and what he had done, and you're booing Vashti. You know, all my 1970s feminists in the room don't want you to boo Vashti because she's kind of a cool character in that room. But that's in another realm. We'll talk about that later. What grade are you kids and who are your teachers anyway? Oh, wait. All right. In the fortress of Shushan, They said, let all of the beautiful young virgin women come and parade themselves before the king. And in the fortress of Shushan there lived a Jew whose name was Mordecai, son of Yair. Yair. Do we have a Yair? Who's Yair? You're Yair? Your middle name is Yair. Do you have a son named Mordecai? No. What's your son's name? You don't have a son. Why are you here? You're not helping the story if you don't have a son named Mordecai, Mr. Yair. You're not an adult yet. Okay, I'm going to remember that part of the story. Okay, let me go back to the story here. He was the son of Yair, the son of Shmini, son of Kish, a Benjaminite. Kish had been exiled from Jerusalem in a group that was carried into exile, along with King Jechoniah of Yehuda, who had been driven into exile by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. Please memorize that. There will be a test. He was the foster father, or maybe the uncle to Hadassah, who was also Esther. Really? We'll try that again. Mordecai was the foster father or uncle to Hadassah, who is also Esther. The maiden was shapely and beautiful. And her father and mother had died, and Mordecai adopted her as his own. When the king ordered that all of the women and young girls would come to the fortress of Shushan, Esther too was taken to the king's palace under the supervision of Haggai, the guardian of the women. And the girl pleased him and won his favor, and so he gave her more food. He gave her more perfume. He gave her more suntan lotion. He gave her the best lounge chair by the royal pool. That's right. She had all those things. But Esther did not say she was Jewish because she was afraid that something might happen if she did. However, one day something happened. Mordecai was walking about in front of the court to learn how Esther was doing. And, oh my goodness, this is terrible. This is terrible. It tells me here as I'm reading, it tells me, hold on, let me see here. This is near the end of chapter 2. It tells me this. Bayamim hahem Mordechai Yoshev b'sha'ar hamelech Katzaf Givten hateresh Shnei sarisei hamelech Mishomrei hasaf Uyevakshu lishloach yad B'melech Achashverosh Vayidvada hadavar Mordechai Vayigad le'Esther Hamalka v'tomer Esther L'melech b'shem Mordechai V'yivuk hadavar v'yimatzeh v'yitalu hashnehem al eitz v'yikatev b'sefer hadavar hayamim lifnei hamelech. And so Mordecai sat outside the gates, and there were two bad guys named Bigthan and Theresh. Yeah, that's right. And they were plotting to kill the king. Mordecai learned of it, and he told the brand new queen, who happened to be Esther, and he said that this should be reported, and it was written down in the annals of the king. Now, sometime later it says, let me see here, chapter 3. Achar hadvarim ha'eleh Gadal hamelech Achashverosh et Haman. All right. I don't. All right, you guys, we need to talk over here. I don't know who this strange man in the blue outfit is walking around down the aisle over there, passing out booze to adults. But I think, wait, I'm going to say this quietly because I don't want anybody to know. I think he might be Haman. No, seriously, I think he might be Haman. All right, and it says that sometime after that, Haman should I talk to this guy? He looks evil. I think, I don't know. Haman's giving me strange potions to drink here. All right. L'chaim. I said l'chaim, that means to life. He said lamate, which means to death. Yes. Oh my goodness, Haman, you're so evil. Oh. I'm gonna drink this over here so I'm away from that Haman guy. Hey kids, I'd watch out for that Haman guy. I think he's evil. All right, back to our story. Back to our story. Here we go. You can just leave them there. We'll get them later. Thanks. Everybody back down off the bima. Everybody down on the bottom of the stairs. Perfect. There we go. Back to our story. Vayomru avdei hamelech asher basha'ar hamelech lemordechai madua ata over et mitzvat hamelech vayehi ka'amaram alav yom vayom velo shama Elohem alehem v'yagidu lehaman lirot haya amdu divrei Mordechai ki hagid lahem asher hu Yehudi. And Haman, the second in command of Shushan, told the king that there was a Jew named Mordechai who would not bow down to him, and Haman was filled. Would you please be quiet? I'm trying to tell a story. As I was saying, Haman was... Okay. The bad guy was filled with rage. You know who that was? You know who was really mad? Haman! And it tells me here. All right. By the way, if you look in chapter 11 of the book of Esther, in chapter 11 of the book of Esther, that's when it says that Haman was attacked by a dinosaur. It's in chapter 11. You can look in the book and see if you can find it, but it's chapter 11, or maybe it's 12, of the attack of the dinosaur on Haman. And so, in the first day of the first month, which is the month of Nisan, in the 12th year of the reign of King Ahasuerus, he pulled lots. And they picked a day, the 14th of Adar, upon the day which all of the Jews of the kingdom would be put to death. By a dinosaur. No, that part's not in it. Not by a dinosaur. And so the edict was drawn up, and with money it was sent to all of the far ends of the realm. Thereupon the king removed his signet, and he gave his special ring to Haman, son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the foe of the Jews. And the king said, the money and the people are yours to do as you see fit. And then we said this, Vayikra'uhu Sofrei HaMelech B'chodesh harishon B'shlosha asar yom bo Vayikatev Kol asher tziva Haman El Achashdar Panei HaMelech Ve'al HaPochot Asher Amninat HaMedina Va'al Sarei Am Va'am Medinat Kachatva Ve'am Kilashono Kishem HaMelech Achashverosh Nichtav V'nachtam B'taba'at HaMelech. And he gave the ring to Haman. And the decree went out to all 180 provinces that on the 13th day of the month of Adar, that is the 12th month, this month of Adar, that the people could take all of the possessions of the Jews and plunder them. It was to be publicly displayed to all the people so that they might be ready for that day. The couriers went out post haste. I think that means after haste. Post haste. Post haste means after the haste. I think that's what it means. Post. Oh, wait. Post. It's the post office of haste. That's what it is. Post haste. It's kind of like U.S. Post, but not. And the king and Haman sat down for a feast in the city of Shushan. And as they did, they picked up their song sheets. They did, because they like to play guitar and sing, those guys, just like we will right now, with song number 2 that tells us a little bit more about this story. So, everybody, I need kids too. I need adults and kids. We're going to try the chorus. Ready? Repeat after me. So we sing. So we sing. So we sing and raise a row. Try it. For Haman he was swinging, while Mordecai was singing in Shushan long ago. So the chorus, it's song number 2. It goes kind of like this. Ready? Here we go. So we sing, so we sing, so we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was swinging while Mordecai was singing in Shushan long ago. It's a joyful song about a bad guy hanging from a noose, but that's what we do on Purim, I suppose. So, are we ready? So try the verses with me. It goes like this. Verse song number 2. Oh, Haman was a high and mighty bluff in Shushan long ago. He ordered Mordecai to take his derby off in Shushan long ago. So we sing, so we sing, so we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was swinging while Mordecai was singing in Shushan long ago. Now you got it, so try the verses with me. We're on the one about Mordecai. Here we go. But Mordecai sang and laughed in his face in Shushan long ago. So Haman swore he'd exterminate his race in Shushan long ago. So we sing, so we sing, so we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was swinging while Mordecai was singing in Shushan long ago. Oh, Esther was a timid little maid in Shushan long ago. But Mordecai told her she needn't be afraid in Shushan long ago. So we sing, so we sing, so we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was singing while Mordecai was singing in Shushan long ago. So she went to the king and she gave him a smile, and she shone long ago. But Mordecai told her in her style, and she shone long ago. So we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was swinging while Mordecai was singing, and she shone long ago. Ahasuerus was a jolly little king, and she shone long ago. He ordered Haman to take a little swing, and she shone long ago. So we sing and raise a row. For Haman he was singing while Mordecai was singing, and she shone long ago. Back to our story. Now that we had our little musical interlude of the story, we pick up at the beginning of chapter number 5. Here we go. Vayehi b'yom hashlishi v'tilbash Esther malchot v'ta'amod v'chatzar beit hamelech hapnimit nochach beit hamelech v'hamelech yoshev al kisei malchuto b'veit hamalachot v'nochach petach habayit vayehi kirot hamelech et Esther hamalkah Aomedet bechatzer nish'achin be'einav vayoshev hamelech la Esther et sharti vazahav asher biado v'tikrev Esther v'tig'a barosh hasharbit. Now Esther, on the third day of the edict, put on royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's palace, and she faced the king. And the king did not look happy, so you know what she did. She gave him candy, that's what she did. She said, here, have some candy. That will make the king happy. Did any of the adults over here want candy? Sure, here you go, have some candy. How about the adults over there? There we go, have some over there. All right. All right, we're voting. I need all the kids right here. All kids here right now. We're going to take a vote. I need all the kids right here for a vote. All right, all the kids, we're going to vote. Here's the deal. I don't know if you know, don't look behind you. Don't look behind you. Shh. Because behind you. Don't look. I'm still looking. Don't look, because I think behind you it's Haman. Now, wait. I need all the kids here because I want you to tell him, that bad guy, Haman, he was asking for, he wanted candy. And so here's the deal, Haman. The kids, no, don't give Haman candy. Wait, I need all the kids over here. All the kids over here. We're going to vote. All right. All those who think Haman should get candy, raise your hand. If you think Haman should get candy, raise your hand. If you think Haman should get candy, if you think Haman should not get candy, raise your hands. Raise your hands if you think Haman should not get any candy. All right. No candy for Haman. Back to our story. King Ahasuerus said, "Come in, Esther. What troubles you, my queen? Even half the kingdom I will give you because I love you so much and because Shushan is a community property state." But that was a joke for the divorce lawyers in the room. There you go. "If you please, your majesty," she said. Actually, I think she said it this way. "If it pleases your majesty, let your majesty and Haman come today to the feast that I have prepared for you and him." And the king said, "Tell Haman to do what Esther has said." And so the king and Haman came to the feast that Esther had prepared. At the wine feast, the king said to Esther, "What is your wish? It shall be granted to you. And what is your request? Even half of the kingdom I would give to you." And Esther said, "My wish, my request, if your majesty will do me the favor, if it pleases your majesty to grant my wish and accede to my request, let your majesty and Haman come to the feast which I will prepare for them, and tomorrow I will do your majesty's bidding." That day Haman went home happy and lighthearted. But when Haman saw Mordecai at the palace gate, and Mordecai did not rise or stir on his account, Haman was filled with anger. And so he went home to talk to his wife. Her name was Zeresh. And Haman told Zeresh and his friends. And Haman told Zeresh and his friends all about the wealth that he had and all about how the queen was giving him a special dinner. But he then said, "But this Mordecai character, let him be hung from the highest tree, 50 cubits high, and in the morning I will have the king give him the death penalty." That's what his wife told me he should do, and he decided to do it the next day. Chapter number 6. Balayla hahu nidvar shanat hamelech vayomer lehavi et sefer hazichronot divrei hayamim vayihyu nikraim lifnei hamelech V'imtza katuv asher higid Mordechai Hasaf asher bikshu lishloach yad b'melech Achashverosh Vayomer hamelech ma na'asa vayakar v'gedula leMordechai al ze yomru na'arei hamelech misharatav lo na'asa amo davar vayomer hamelech me v'katzer v'haman ba'al בחצר בית המלך וחיצונה לאמור למלך לתלות אל מרדכי על העץ אשר הכין לו. And so that night the king read from the book of days, and he found that there had been a plot against him by Bigthan and Teresh, and that Mordecai had been the one to save him. And so he said to his courtiers, what is it that I should do to honor someone who has saved the life and done great things for the king? And his courtiers said, you should ask your assistant Haman. And Haman said, you should get a horse. You should get a horse, a white horse, a big horse, a strong, beautiful horse. And you should put this special person on top of the horse and have all of the people bow down to him. Have all of the people throw candy at him. Because Haman knew that this would be for him, but indeed it was not. The king said, okay, do that for Mordecai. And so Haman paraded Mordecai through the streets as the people cheered him. And then he returned to the banquet with the king. Here we are, the beginning of chapter 7. Vayavo Hamelech v'Haman Lishtot im Esther Hamalka Vayomer Hamelech leEsther Gam bayom hasheni b'mishtei hayayin ma she'altech Esther Hamalka v'titnakein lach uma bakashatech ad chatzi hamalchut v'te'as v'ta'an Esther Hamalka v'tomer im matzati chen be'einecha hamelech ve'im al hamelech tov tinaten li nafshi b'sha'alti ve'ami bevakashti ki nimar kanu ani ve'ami lahashmid lohorog ulahabed ve'ilu la'avadim l'shvachot nimkarnu techerashati ki ein chatzir sheva banezek hamelech. So the king came to the feast, and on the second day the king asked Esther, what is it that you would like? It shall be granted, even half of the kingdom. And Queen Esther said, if your majesty, she said, if your majesty will do me the favor. That might be the Monty Python version of Esther, I'm not sure. If your majesty will do me the favor, and if it pleases your majesty, let my life be granted me as my wish, and my people as my request, for we have been sold, my people and I, to be destroyed, massacred, and exterminated. Had we only been sold as bondsmen and bondswomen, I would have kept silent, for the adversary is not worthy of the king's trouble. Thereupon the king demanded of Queen Esther, "Who is this person who dare do this adversary and this enemy?" And Esther pointed and she said, "It's Haman!" And Haman cringed in terror. Haman look, he's cringing in terror. The king in his fury left the wine feast for the palace garden, while Haman remained to plead with Queen Esther for his life. He begged, he pleaded, and he begged. He begged, and he pleaded, and all of those things all at once together. For he saw that the king was very, 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 very angry. When the king returned from the palace garden to the banquet room, Haman was lying down at the foot of the couch upon which Esther was reclining. Now the king looked and saw Haman lying down on the same couch where his wife Esther was lying down. This did not look good for Haman, because do you know what the king thought of this scene? He said, if you're under 18, you don't get it, and if you're over 18, you do. That's what he said. He said, does he mean to ravish the queen in my own palace on my own royal couch? No sooner did these words leave the king's lips than Haman covered his face. He covered his face because he was ashamed. Then Harbona, one of the eunuchs in attendance to the king, said, what is more, there is a stake standing outside of the king's castle, and it is not an S-T-E-A-K stake. No, it's not. It's an S-T-A-K-E stake, which makes the story totally different. Because, how do I put this in barbecue terms? We are not putting a New York strip steak on the fire. We're putting barbecue skewers on the fire. And Haman's going to be skewered. Yes. And the king said, impale him. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. I'm going to have a rabbinic moment here. It says here, let me see here. It says, Vayitlu et Haman al ha'etz asher hechin Mordechai v'chamat hamelech shachavcha. So, now, it says, in the English, I don't know who wrote this English stuff, but I got to argue with them, because the English, it says, impale him on the stake, but the Hebrew says, hang him on the tree. That's what it says. It says, Yitalu et Haman al ha'etz. It says, hang Haman on the tree, but I guess these weren't good translators, so they said, impale him on the stake. That sounds worse than hanging. I don't know. That sounds pretty bad. All right. Wait. I need all the kids right here. All right, all the kids right here in front of me, right here. Every kid. You guys got to back up a little bit, back up a little bit, back up a little bit. I need a little space, and you guys need a little space. Space out a little bit, because you need room. All right. All right, all of the big kids, if you are a kid under the age of 120 years old, you can participate. If you are older than 120 years old, sorry, you're out of luck. You don't get to play. But the rest of us do. We're going to talk about the hat that evil guy right there, it had how many corners on it? So, we're going to try a little song here about that guy's hat. Ready? Here we go. Everybody try with everybody. Your hands in the air. Everybody, hands in the air. Take this hand. This would be yamin. This is your right hand, your yamin. Yad hayamin. Okay? All right. Take your right hand. Take your etzba, this etzba right here, and you're going to point at the things that we're going to talk about. You're going to say, lakova. That means my hat. Shali. Mine. Shalosh. Pinot. Pinot does not mean elbow, it means corner, but I don't want to have to run over to that corner there every time we say the word corner, so we're just going to pretend that my elbow, because it's a corner too, all right? So everybody do this with me. Here we go, we're all doing it together. Ready? Lakova sheli shalosh pinot. Now a little bit backwards. Shalosh pinot lakova sheli. It means my hat has 3 corners. 3 corners has my hat. Ve'im lo hayulo. Try it. Ve'im lo shalosh pinot. That means if it did not have 3 corners, lo hayazeh hakova sheli, then it would not be my hat. Are you ready to sing it with me? The story of the hat of a guy whose name I will not say, because I know if I say his name, you will all boo, and I want to sing the song instead of saying Haman's name. I'm not gonna. Are you ready? Lakova sheli shalosh pinot, shalosh pinot, lakova sheli ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh hakova sheli. We're going to get rid of the word kova. Ready? Here we go. La sheli shalosh pinot, shalosh pinot, la sheli ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh ha sheli. We're going to get rid of the word sheli. Ready? La shalosh pinot, shalosh pinot, la ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh ha. We're going to get rid of the word. Which one? Shalosh. Ready? La pinot, pinot, la ve'im lo hayu lo pinot, lo hayazeh ha. We're going to get rid of the word pinot. Ready? Here we go. La ve'im lo hayu lo hayazeh ha. We're going to get rid of all the words. Ready? Here we go. We're going to sing all the words, but faster. Ready? Here we go. La kova sheli, shalosh pinot, la kova sheli, ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh hakova sheli. La kova sheli, shalosh pinot, la kova sheli, ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh hakova sheli. Should we go faster? All right, here we go. Here we go. One more time faster. All right. Ready? Here we go. La kova sheli, shalosh pinot, la kova sheli, ve'im lo hayu lo shalosh pinot, lo hayazeh hakova sheli. All right, can we go faster? Yeah. All right, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Lee. That was so fast you couldn't even see it. All right. You guys were so good at that, you should get a reward. Here we go. Excellent. A reward. There we go. All right. You guys get a reward over here, too. There we go. All right. How about you guys way over here? We'll get some back there, too. All right, there we go. Excellent. All right. All right. All right. We need to go to chapter 8. All right. Who took my book? wait a minute. This doesn't seem right. It looks like Haman stole my Tanakh. Wait a minute. Wait, how will we ever know what happened to Haman if he stole the book that has the story in it? We'll never know. Oh my goodness. This is really strange. It says here that Haman was hanging out with the prophet Ezekiel. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong page. Never mind. That's the wrong person. Okay. We are going back. And here we are. Chapter number 8. We pick up at chapter number 8. Here we go. Let me get in our scroll to chapter number 8. Here we go. Ubayom hahu natan lamelech Achashverosh leEsther hamalka et Beit Haman Sorer HaYehudim Mordechai Ba Lifnei HaMelech Ki Gada Esther Mahula Vayasar HaMelech Et Habaoto Asher He'avir Mehaman V'yitna leMordechai V'tasem Esther Et Mordechai Al Beit Haman V'tosef Esther V'tidaber Lifnei HaMelech V'tipol Lifnei Raglav V'tefk V'titchanei lo Ha'avir et ra'a Haman Ha'agagi Ve'et machshavto Asher chashav al ha'Yehudim Va'yoshot ha'melech le'Esther Et shartiv hazahav V'takam Esther V'ta'amod Lifnei ha'melech V'tomar El HaMelech Tov V'imatzati Chen Lifanav Ka'asher Hadavar Lifnei HaMelech Hatov Anihi Ba'einav V'kitav Lahashiv Et Hasfarim Mechashavet Haman Ben Hamadata Agagihi Shisha Katav Nodav HaYehudim Asher Makom Medunot HaMelech. On the day that the king took away the property from Haman, he gave it to Esther and Mordechai. And Mordechai presented himself to the king as Esther had now revealed herself. The king gave his ring, which he had taken away from Haman, and gave it to Mordechai. And Esther put Mordechai in charge of all of the property that once belonged to Haman. And then the queen again went to the king and said to him, if it pleases, she said, if it pleases your majesty. I think she got a British accent in Persia, I don't know. If it pleases your majesty, and if I have won your favor and proposal seems right to your majesty, and if I am pleasing to you, let dispatches be written countering those which are written by Haman, the son of Hamadatha the Agagite, embodying his plot to annihilate the Jews throughout the king's provinces, for how can I bear to see a disaster, such as this, amongst my people, and how can I bear, to see this kind of destruction? And the king said to Esther, I have given all of the property of Haman to you, and we have taken Haman and if you speak English, we impaled him on a stick, and if you speak Hebrew, we hung him from a tree. So the king's scribes were then summoned. On the 23rd day of the 3rd month, that is the month of Sivan, and letters were written at Mordecai's dictation to all of the Jews who lived in all of the provinces, all 127 provinces, from India to Ethiopia, which is still further than Colorado Springs to Denver. Every province in its own language and in its own script. Oh, wow. I never saw this part before. This is really interesting for all of the computer people in the room. I never read this part before. This is really interesting. Mordecai dictated all of the words to all of the Jews, to all of the governors and all of the officials in all 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia, and each province used Google Translate to figure out what it said in their own language. I never noticed that in the script before, but apparently that's how it happened. Eddie doesn't believe me. Eddie, why don't you believe me? Wow. Eddie here is claiming that they did not have technology in Shushan. I'm going to call the Shushan Internet Company and find out why. What year is it? It's 2025. What year are you in? Oh, how many years ago did the Shushan thing happen? About the same year I was born. Yeah. It was about 1,275 years ago when I was born in Shushan. Yeah, way back then. Okay. Now, the text was to be displayed, the law in every single province, that the Jews should be ready on that day to avenge themselves. Chapter number 9. Here we are, chapter number 9. V'shivnei masar chodesh hu chodesh adar l'sha asar b'yom bo asher higia adavar hamelech v'tadot v'he'asot b'yom asher shibru oivei haYehudim lishlot bahem v'nahafochu asher yishletu haYehudim hema hashnoehem Nikhelu haYehudim ba'arehem b'kol mininot hamelech achashverosh l'shloach yad b'makavshei ra'atam ve'ish lo amad lifneihem ki nafal machdam al kol ha'amim. And on the 13th day of the 12th month, that is the month of Adar. We're not going to swing on that because it's not very strong. Thank you very much. When the king's decree came out and all of the Jews in the provinces heard the decree and stood up for themselves throughout the provinces, King Ahasuerus and the Jews mustered their cities to attack those who sought their hurt. And in the fortress of Shushan, the Jews struck at their enemies, and the Jews killed a total of 500 men who rose up against them. And our tradition says we read this with great speed because it's the sons of Haman ובשושן הבירה הרגו היהודים אבד 500 איש ואת פרשנדתה ואת דלפון ואת אספתה ואת פרתה ואת עדליה ואת ארידתה ואת פרמשתה ואת אריסה ואת ארדai ואת יזתה. That's all of them. Aseret b'nei Haman. And they also disposed of Parshandata, Dalphon, Aspata, Parata, Adalia, Aradata, Parmashata, Arisa, Aridai, Vizavatha, the 10 sons of Haman. But they did not lay their hands on the spoil. When the numbers of those slain in the fortress of Shushan reported to the king said to Esther, in the fortress of Shushan alone, the Jews have killed 500 who rose against them, as well as the 10 sons of Haman. What must they have done in the provinces? Whatever you want, I shall grant it. And Esther said, if it pleases your majesty, let the Jews in Shushan be permitted to act tomorrow, also as they did today, and let Haman's sons be impaled on the stake. And the king ordered that it should be done. And so the Jews mustered, but not the Jews in Shushan, for it had taken an extra day to muster. And Mordecai recorded all of these events. And Mordecai gave out the commandment that Vashem HaMelech Achashverosh Ma'as Ha'aretz Yayin Hayam V'kol Ma'aseh Tikfo Hagvurato Uparashat Gedulat Mordechai Asher Gidlo HaMelech Velohim HaTivuim Al Sefer Divrei Hayamim LeMalkei Medai Usaparas Ki Mordechai HaYehudi Mishnei LeMelech Achashverosh Vegadol LaYehudim Veretzu LeRov Achav Doresh Tov LeAmo V'davar Shalom LeKol Zar'o. King Ahasuerus imposed tribute on the mainland and on the islands, and all his mighty and powerful acts, and a full account of the greatness of the king advanced Mordecai, recorded in the annals of the king of Media and Persia. For Mordecai the Jew ranked next to King Ahasuerus and was highly regarded by the Jews and popular with the multitudes of his brethren. He sought the good of his people and interceded for their welfare and declared a holiday on this day. Now, on song number 3 that is on your song sheet, it goes like this. Sing it with me. It's a song about this holiday. Ani Purim, Sameach Umvadeach, Halo Rak Pa'am Bashana, Avo Lehitareach, Lai 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 Lai. Can you all try the chorus with me? It goes Lai 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 Lai. So you can try a verse with me. Rabbi Purim, memorna la madua lo yakol Purim hamayim bashavua. Lai 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 lai. Heidat Purim hakutov umatzlayim. Homi yitenu vapurim lachodesh lechodshtayim. Lai 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 lai. My name is Purim, and I come great fun and laughter bringing. Just once a year I visit you, cheer you with my singing. Lie, 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 lie. Hoorah, Purim, I love your merry drumming. And if I had my way, Purim, each month you would be coming. Lie, 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 lie. Oh, Mr. Purim, tell me why we see you only yearly. Please make it once or twice a week because we love you dearly. Lie, 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 lie. What? Before we finish our evening with one more song, but not yet. First, I'd like to have our Executive Director, Kobe Chumash, share a few important announcements with all of us of things that are coming up at Temple Shalom that you do not want to miss.
Chag Purim Sameach.
All right, let's see all of my friends, Mr. Dinosaur. Can you do me a favor, Mr. Dinosaur? If you could help me get all of my friends really quiet so that we could hear these really important things. Let's see. All right, let's have all of our kids. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit in a circle around the dinosaur. Just everybody sit in a circle and see how quietly you can sit around the circle. And after we hear these announcements, I will signal to the dinosaur to let you guys start moving and get noisy again, okay? Ready? Here we go. Really quiet. Around the dinosaur. Shh, shh, shh. Super quiet. It's a very quiet dinosaur and very quiet kids around the dinosaur. All right, let's all listen because we have some important stuff that we all want to know.
Everybody. Thank you, Rabbi Jay, for leading us this evening with a fantastic, fun reading of the Megillah. Mishloach manot, pick up. If you got a note that you have a box, please pick it up. It's in the back by the
in the back hallway by the kitchen. If you didn't get it. And we do. I don't know if it's in your announcement. So we want to thank all the amazing PTO members and other members of our community who made those Mishloach manot baskets for all of you. They're fantastic.
Yep, absolutely. Third film in our Jewish film series is this coming Sunday, March 16 at 4 p.m. You still can register. The registration is open. There is a small fee for that. It's a wonderful movie called Unbroken about 7 kids that were escaped the Holocaust. Wine and cheese to follow that. And a few other things in March. Boker Tov Sunday Club on the 23rd. Pay attention to the information on the website. Chocolate Seder on Saturday, March 29th with Rabbi Jay.
Wait. What is that?
Chocolate Seder.
Wait, chocolate? Chocolate Seder? What? What? Chocolate Seder? Oh, wait. Weren't you supposed to be quiet by the dinosaur? I think I messed that up. Okay, ready? Everybody grab your chocolate and quiet. Shh, shh. Kobe, there's a chocolate Seder?
There is a chocolate Seder on March 29th. And on Sunday the 30th, there's a new Never Taught Me What that in Hebrew school, 12 things you might not know about Passover.
But I might know them. That's why I'm going to teach the class. 12 things you might not know about Passover. You should come and learn them. You might not know them. I might not know them, but I should. But come to the chocolate Seder to learn about the Seder the night before, and they come. They never taught me that in Hebrew school. It's going to be great.
And if you want to be a little bit more serious and you want to take an adult education class with me,
which you do,
you should. It's starting on April 1st. Pay attention again to all the announcements on our templeshalom.com. Temple Shalom has tickets to Nefesh Mountain Band concert. That is going to be on April 3rd, on Thursday. Again, Rabbi can add a little more to that. And
so a little more. So here's the deal. Nefesh Mountain, if you were here over Memorial Day weekend, when Nefesh Mountain came and joined us, you know what an amazing service that was. Nefesh Mountain is a Jewish bluegrass band, for those of you who don't know. It's actually still a Jewish bluegrass band for those of you who do know also. But Nefesh Mountain, this amazing Jewish bluegrass band, they were here with us for Friday night services back Memorial Day weekend. They will be here again that weekend. Thursday night, they are doing a concert at Oscar Blues in downtown. The show's at 7. The doors open at 6:30, but if you are on the special Temple Shalom list, you get in at 6 o'clock, where Donnie and Eric, the two leaders of Nefesh Mountain, and I, the three of us, will be hosting a special Jewish smooze. You get the best seats in the house if you show up for that. A little Jewish sing-along, and then everybody else comes in, a great concert. The next night, they will be here for Shabbat services again. Bluegrass Shabbat, you don't want to miss it. It's amazing and incredible. You should be here. You can buy your tickets to the concert from the office, and then you'll be on the special list that gets in for the early Jewish schmooze before the concert, and then come here tomorrow. That's in downtown Friday night. Here is where you want to be. Don't miss it. It's amazing.
All right, second night Seder. We're doing it the second year. If you want to participate, second night Seder here. Last year we have 100 people. We have 120 seats this year. We invite you to register at thetempleshalom.com. If you have any questions, ask me later. It's on Sunday, April 13th. And Mitzvah Day, April 27th, Sunday, April 27th. If you came into the lobby and you already saw the blood drive, that's going to happen on the same day. We're going to have a blood drive in here. Wait for all the announcements of what Mitzvah Day is all about, and you will be able to choose whatever you want to do during Mitzvah Day.
It's for kids and adults. And on that day, you'll get to do all kinds of really cool things. Like you can do a mitzvah, you can do a mitzvah, do a mitzvah on April 27th, and all the rest of the days of the year too, except April 27th is a good time to do a mitzvah with the entire congregation. I think that's all the lyrics to the song. Goodbye.
One more thing. Karen Shapiro has to say, it's not on my announcement, there is another concert coming up. What date? April 6th, there's another chamber concert in here.
So
amazing.
So check this out. You can have a weekend, like if you really pay attention and come, you can have one of the most amazing musical weekends ever. Thursday night, you can see Nefesh Mountain in concert with the Shmooze right before. Friday night, you can have the Bluegrass Shabbat here at Temple Shalom. And Sunday, you'll complete your amazing musical weekend with a chamber music concert right here in this room. You cannot beat that for an amazing weekend of music. Come to the whole weekend and you will be so happy. This we can promise, because amazing musicians, amazing music. Don't miss out on that weekend in your life. You want to be part of the Jewish community that weekend.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Now, on your song sheet, song number 6 on the back end of your song sheet. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name. He would have murdered all the Jews, so they were not to blame. We're singing, oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nash some hum and Tashin. Try the chorus with me again. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nash some hum and Tashin. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name. Sir, he would have murdered all the Jews, though they were not to blame. Sir, oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham and Tashin. And Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd kill us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, can't hear you. Oh, today will Mary, Mary, and Nasham and Tashin. But Mordecai, her cousin bold, said, what a dreadful villain. If we don't act at once, my dear, our life's not worth a shilling. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintash, this guest of honor he shall be. This clever Mr. Smarty, and high above us he will swing at a little hanging party. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintash, of all his cruel and unkind ways, this little joke did cure him. And don't forget we owe him thanks, this jolly feast of Purim. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Hamintash. Chag Sameach, everyone. Happy Purim. Please make sure that your books get in the book box, your groggers get in the grogger box, and your song sheets get stacked right next to the book box. Chag Purim Sameach. Happy Purim. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And not some Hamintash. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim, Masechot Ashanim, Smirot Rikudim, Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Bara Ashanim, Chag Purim, Ze'el Ze Shochin Manot, Machmadim, Mantakim, Tzufim Ganot, Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Bara Ashanim. Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Hava Narisha, Rash, 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 Bara Ashanim.
See, I would have nodded. Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah.
And then the congregation sings Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed, and then we sing this again.
Okay.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Ata Adonai noten haTorah. And then when the reading is done, I can make a photocopy of them. When the reading is done.
Yeah, you can, but it's been like a month since we've.
I teach kids. Blessing. Just singing the blessing. Hopefully that's okay. You must be exhausted.
I don't know why the camera's still on. It's still on. But I'll tell you, I knew that they had stuff on the scale before the hour that I have to do it. And so you see on that, I've lost. It's been
Like wearing a raincoat.
Oh, yeah, it is a raincoat.
So then, what do we after we read that then?
After the Torah reading.
This is.
Oops, sorry. Tripping.
I don't want to feel
No,
that.
not the inside, the outside.
Yeah, that's what
It's a-
you look like. I took because you look like a sailor, like you could have been on the deck of a boat.
That's a Carol Burnett move right there.
And then add a hat.
So you took the picture of it.
I did.
I have hard copies.
You do really. He's just holding out. Toby's
Toby's
like, "You gonna practice this? You got a day and a half to do it." And I'm like, "I asked for it a month ago when we were told we were gonna do it."
Oh, you know what I should take out of here now, actually? I didn't even throw all of it. I thought I threw all of it.
Is it special document?
Maybe.
Yeah, baby.
You could bring it down to the preschool Shabbat time.
You throw it at the kids.
Do a little Haman stuff.
I know. I'm like next time I'm sitting closer. I wasn't in the candy range.
And what's his name? What's the dinosaur costume? He's awesome.
There's a head, there's an udder,
Oh my
body,
God.
there's 5 of them.
That's hilarious. And then the bees.
The bees and the beekeepers are hysterical.
Yep, and Chloe and Jeremy were supposed to be with us, and they got stuck in really bad traffic, so. This little guy again, he's the hungry, this little Jew.
I have a very important question. How can we throw all the precious spices that we have there for 25 years?
I know, huh?
The what?
I went in the kitchen downstairs and I cleaned out the cabinet.
Oh.
He decided, I ignore it.
No, these spices have been in that cabinet open
Longer than I could have left.
for like 10, 20 years.
Yes.
And I just finally got tired of them, like, throwing them all
Thank you.
around.
Thank you.
Oh, I mean, just needed to be gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, they've been there forever and ever and ever. And they were open, that's the other thing, like
Yeah.
they weren't sealed.
No.
And then also there was some pasta and couscous.
Thank you for throwing.
I just went through it and I got rid of all that.
Thank you.
There were other things like